Okay.
This will work. Hey guys, what's up? It's me back on the channel with another one. I got taken yesterday. Am I putting that in the right way? Because now you probably think that I got kidnapped. I got taken away by some work yesterday, and I couldn't do that second reaction I promised. You know me, if I say I'm gonna do it, I do it because usually I put that work in. But hey man, life is life, and I'm pushing the best way I can through all the bullshit. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. I found an interesting case that popped up on my recommendations today, and it says it's a Steve Wilkos I'm going to be reacting to. This one is titled, Did My Son Rape My Wife? 1 minute, let me see this shit. Ant recently discovered that his wife Ashley had sex with Anthony, his 20-year-old. Okay. I already know where this is going to go without even reading further in the description. She probably said that it was forced and it was rape, which is a toss-up. So we'll see, dog. We'll see if it was a toss-up or she actually got raped. You know, you don't want to blame the victim too much. You don't want to always just say so we'll judge as it goes on, right? So without further ado, Did My Son Rape My Wife? Steve Wilkos show. We back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it.
Anthony, my stepson, is saying that we have had sexual relations and nothing ever consensual could ever happen to what I consider to be my son.
A few months back, I went to hang out with Ashley. She picked me up from work. We were drinking, having a good time, and started getting drunker and drunker. Ended up in the bedroom and just ended up having sex.
We were drinking, went to sleep. I woke up and my pants were off. I feel disgusted, betrayed. The worst nightmare any woman could ever have come true. That's what happened to me that morning.
Ashley's claiming that it was not consensual, which if that was the case, then why afterwards would we have hung out again multiple times? And my dad found out about it here recently, a week or so ago, and he's just been going crazy about it.
And now me and my husband are fighting to save our marriage. It's my fault that we were in the position to begin with. But I'm here to prove to him that I'm telling him the truth, that nothing ever did, ever would, ever could happen in that way.
And I'm sure she's making it up because she doesn't want my dad to leave her. But the truth of the matter is she had consensual sex with me.
Anthony has got so many issues inside of his head, and I wish he would just stop ruining our family. I never want to see Anthony ever again.
Wow. First off, before we continue that reaction, let me just say, you're probably getting tired of my as a Christian bullshit, right? 1 minute, let me move this shit here. Let me just say, already he's committed a sin, and it's not going to go well with God, because the Bible tells us in numerous scriptures that you're just not allowed to sleep with your father's wife. I don't know why the Bible has that in there. I'm guessing in the olden days it was like a thing where, like, you know, especially back in the day when it was more acceptable for men to have multiple wives, you know, and just like, you know, have multiple sexual partners, as opposed to now where it's sort of the norm for people to idolize the whole monogamous one partner thing. Hey, I'm not judging, I'm monogamous too. But back in the day, it was like a thing for multiple cultures, not just specific cultures like nowadays to have multiple wives. And I'm presuming that these multiple wives, as the fathers got older, they got younger and younger. And these fathers had like sons, and sons were looking at the wives like, yo, you know, fresh meat on the corner. You know, it's no different than seeing like, watching like the Discovery Channel and seeing like a pack of lions like living together, and then the young lion is trying to fuck what the old lion is trying to fuck. I've seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing that boys were sleeping with their stepmothers and shit. You know, it's not just today, and like it has it in the Bible. This has been a thing for a while. You know, this is not so shocking because I've seen in the Bible, from what I've read, it immediately came to my mind that, yo, So they were really like, okay, it's not a surprise, but okay, confirmation. They were really doing that shit to the point where God is like, okay, now let me address this shit because these humans, they just keep finding new ways to just level up on the madness. So already he said no to that shit. So there's already a sin. You already, hey dog, you have to come correct. You have to repent and shit. And in terms of this situation, dude, she said they got drunk. So was it consensual? Did she say no to it while they were drunk? She's even saying it like, it's the mess that I got us into or whatever. So already there's signs of maybe she's feeling guilty that, she wasn't more responsible and she fell for the moment and she gave that ass up. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations, a lot of y'all definitely, I think, whatever your story is, you've been in situations with chicks where you were just chilling and you weren't exactly angling it to go that way, but shit happened. I don't want to go further into it, and it's part of your history now, whatever it is. So fuck it. Let's get back to it.
Do you have a gut feeling either way of what happened?
Yes and no. Their stories are both kind of gone back and forth. Now she's stuck with nothing's ever happened, but he said it has happened, said it hasn't happened, and there's something happened.
Something happened because everybody's story's changing.
Right.
And when that happens, something happened.
Yes.
How is the relationship with your wife?
We've been married 4 years. We were separated about 18 months. She's got a bad lying problem. And that's what she was saying about the situation we're in. I finally had enough of it catching her.
What did she lie to you about?
Well, she would always, her thing was where she worked at, she's going to go out with some girlfriends after work. And I keep finding out she's going out with guys. Customers from up there, and then she'll lie and lie until I prove to her that I know she's lying.
Right.
And then the last time, I was actually making her Mother's Day dinner, and I tracked her phone on her iPhone, and she was at some guy's house. And
At this point, dog, she's guilty, dog. Like, I don't see how this thing is the lie detector or whatever is gonna be on her side. I just don't see it. It's already like there's signs of like from these stories that I'm hearing of her being a little bit loose. A lot of women are very trusting with their male friends. I think I even said it in like a previous reaction where I was like, I used to be one of those guys who'd hang around like, especially one chick that I've always like wanted. Like I'd hang around, and even though she had a boyfriend, I'd tempt and seduce. And she'd always reject me, and she'd stay loyal, but she'd always also keep letting me hang around her and shit, which is wrong. You have a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be around you, period, especially if you know that I want to get with you. Don't just keep me around because I make you feel good or feel better or whatever. You can talk to me and then maybe go back to your boyfriend and what. Shit could happen, you know what I'm saying? People don't always stay solid, so a lot of women are too trusting, saying, I can have male best friends, you're just insecure. But as soon as you have one slip up, and this woman, it seems that she has like multiple slip ups, but you only gotta slip up once for one of your male friends, maybe two, maybe three, not all at the same time, but like for them to dick you down, bro. You only gotta slip up once. It only takes once, and then you learn why guys are like, no, bro, I don't like you having male friends in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
I told her then she had to go. That was it. It was too much.
So you were separated.
Yes.
Now, the time allegedly when, if anything did happen between your son and your wife, was this when you were separated?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I went on her computer. I went on her Facebook because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know we've been separated. I know she's talking crap to people. I want to know what I'm jumping back into,
Right.
What she said. Well, I see messages between her and my son.
And what's the messages saying between them?
They go back several months, and they're talking about, hey, it's good to see you, I'd like to see you again, this, that, and the other. But what caught me is he said, one message said, I had a dream about you last night, so I had to talk to you today. And she was like, oh, LOL, you need to stop that or whatever. And then another message a couple weeks later says, I want to come climb in bed with you and go to sleep, or I wish I could come sleep with you or something like that. And that's when I was like, my brain started racing.
And who'd you confront first, your son or him?
He did. I confronted him. I went to work the next day and I sent him a text message and I was like, Ashley and I are trying to work things out, but I need to know, am I getting in the way of something that you two have going on? And he's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I was like, well, when you say...
Is this an American dad thing? Because an African dad would have beat your ass already, bro. An African dad, there would have been war within the household. Like, what are you doing, bro? You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? We lose in terms of a lot of things except... Wait. How do I put that? Because I can already see, like, I have, like, amber alerts in terms of, like, my words being misconstrued in the future. But let me just say, we are a little bit different than the West in terms of a lot of things. But that, like, your father's thing is your father's thing. No matter if he's getting, like, multiple wives, multiple this and that, you don't get in your father's lane. You go and do your own shit. If you're gonna have, like, multiple chicks too, just like your dad, go and have multiple chicks just like your dad. Just don't eat where your father eats. And just... both your business is both your business. Like, it's separate. Like, don't... No. So, this guy, I don't know. Is this an American thing? I'm not sure. Y'all tell me. I really want to get that cat.
Things to my wife, like you've been dreaming about her and you want to climb in bed with her and this thing, it makes me think,
But yeah, it would make me think too.
So, and he was like, no, it's nothing, okay, I'm not getting anywhere with him. He has a lying problem also. He'll tell a lie in a heartbeat.
I'd say it runs in the family, but that's not
no.
This is not his biological mother.
Right, at all. So that night I went to pick Ashley up from work and I asked her, I was like, what's going on with you and my son? And she does what she always does. She starts to start me with a story. Instead of a straight answer, it's well, let me tell you why we stopped hanging out. He was, and then this is a story she told me that he came to my house one night, we were drinking, I woke up and my pants were off, and so I sent
so that story right there, she was talking like, she's with your son, they're drinking, they're getting intoxicated, and they lay in bed. Right there, you cross the line.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Lying to you.
I never, so much.
I never did anything with someone I considered to be my son. That is disgusting and revolting.
Then how do you hang out with him afterwards?
I literally have a reaction. You can go check it out. It's one of my most popular reactions about biological mother who met her biological son after a while, after giving him up for adoption, and she had sex with him. They had a sexual relationship. I don't know whether she was still married to her new husband or whatever, or like the husband she has other kids with. There was like, I think, strife in the relationship. But yeah, she fucked her son. So this bullshit of I consider you a son and all of that, there's mothers out there who are fucking their sons and they gave birth to these kids. So I don't know what the fuck you are talking about, miss. Shit.
That's my thing. If he did that to you, and from the time you said
I didn't hang out with him afterwards. I've seen him once since
you
then.
started talking to him again. Y'all got
on
messages
Facebook.
on Facebook. Okay, why are you even talking to him at all? If he
fucking Facebook, man. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. If you haven't seen one of my previous reactions when I said this, stay off of Facebook. It's the devil's app for normal people. Rich people, stay off of Twitter. Normal people like us, stay off of Facebook, bro. Do Instagram, do whatever. Facebook gets normal people in trouble, bro. I swear on my life. I never go on Facebook, bro. Never.
did this to you, something so wrong to you, how could you face him? How could you say anything to him besides get out of my face? When he said that stuff about I'm dreaming about you and I want to come get in bed with you, you should have been like, I'm your stepmom, I'm your mother. You don't talk to me that way. You don't say, oh, LOL, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. That's somebody that hasn't been raped, that's for sure.
I wanted to stop this and send him backstage to give you a chance, because I think that you slept with the son. And I think, first of all, you put yourself in a real bad position. You didn't act like a mom. You didn't act like a stepmom. You're drinking with this kid. You know, you crawl into bed. He's there. And then you say, I don't remember the next morning. That's all. You know what I mean? Who does remember if somebody was laying in their bed in the morning or not? I mean,
That was not the
that's-
first thought that
that's-
crossed my mind when I woke
But
up.
that story stinks, okay?
It's the
And you're
truth,
trying to
Steve.
sell a really bad story here.
I'm not selling anything. I am telling the truth. I have been honest with him since the moment
But I
he
don't
brought
think
it
you are.
up.
I don't think you are.
We were in the bed together drunk,
Did you have
right?
sex with her? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, was she awake? Yes or no?
Yes.
Anthony,
She agreed to have sex with you. It was consensual.
you know I never had sex with you. You know our
We were
relationship
drunk
has
and
always been
telling you.
stepmom and
So
son.
drunk, man.
Quit
When
lying.
you're drunk, you're belligerent, you do things
Okay.
that maybe you don't mean to do, but
Okay.
they happen.
And you did it. And
Guys, as an African, I'm sitting here wondering, like, what would be the protocol if this happened within, like, a family, in an African family? You know what I'm saying? Because unlike this way, it's, like, only, like, one girlfriend or wife. I don't know who this woman is. I think she's the wife. Did my son rape my wife? Like, in a lot of, like, African households, there's, like, multiple wives, multiple, like, baby mamas. Not, like, all of us do that shit. Like, it's not, like, it's part of our culture, basically. It's not just like a thing, you know. So I'm wondering, like, if a son started like fucking one of like his father's like wives or baby mamas or whatever, you know, like, how would that go, bro? Would the uncles be called? Because in a lot of serious situations, or just in basic situations, like even like going to like a fiance's household to pay dowry, you know, like a lot of elders in the family or whatever, certain key individuals are called to deal with certain situations. So I'm wondering, how would this go? Like where would the conversation be had? Like, and what would be the repercussions, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think, like, I can see the father is trying to address it and he's pissed off, but I don't think he's pissed off enough. Like, this would, like, I swear someone would be beaten to death for this shit, bro. I feel in terms of Africa itself. So, hey, man, fuck it.
she agreed to do it.
I don't remember all the positions. I don't remember finishing up or anything. No, listen to me. No, listen to me. Listen. I don't remember finishing or anything. I just remember we waking up one day and
I didn't do anything,
Okay,
Aunt.
so the next morning when you woke up,
Was he
and you went and sat on the couch.
Were you there when she woke up?
yeah, she took me to work in the morning.
She came
Nothing
here.
about anything,
And we
Aunt.
went.
Oh, we're about to see, huh?
We were gonna give Ashley a lie detector test.
No.
And Dan wrote, conducted a stimulation test before administering the polygraph due to the subject's medical conditions, medication, and marijuana usage. This was to determine if she would be sufficiently reactive to known truths and known lies to be testable. The subject is medically untestable. So we asked Anthony on his lie detector test one simple question. We asked him many questions, but this is the one that it comes down to. We asked Anthony, have you ever had consensual sex with Ashley? Have you ever had consensual sex with Ashley? He said yes. And the results for Anthony's lie detector test is that he told the truth.
Can we make up now? Can we make up now? I know, man, but can we make up? What more do you want from me?
There's just nothing more. That's it. This is it.
I've told you.
This is it. Our family.
You can't even get in your African father's face. I'm sorry to put a separation between us and the West, but I can't imagine ever doing that to my father. First off, with my sister's mother, you know, like, it's too touchy of a situation and stuff, and not my type. I don't even, man, sis. But, like, I can't even imagine, especially, like, still when my father was strong or whatever, getting in my father's face and say, can we do this now? Can we, you know, that would warrant a fight, man. That's a fight. My father would get violent. So, hey, man, I'm seeing a lot of red flags, man. I can see why your son fucked your bitch. Like, hey, my guy. Nah, fam.
I just want to hear you for once. Let the truth come out of your mouth. Say it, Ashley. I told you at the airport. I said I could tell. It looked like you wanted to say it so bad. Just say it and be done with it.
Do you want me to tell you a lie, Aunt?
I want you to tell me.
If I said I had consensual sex with him, it would be a lie.
All right, well, you know what? I
tried.
You tried. I tried. And
all you had to do is say it, Ashley. It's already been proven.
You want me to tell you a lie, Aunt?
He knows the truth.
I know.
No, you don't.
I know what I already knew.
And I can't believe that the guy has gone out of his way to say, hey, tell the truth and I'm still going to take you home. And you know what? You say that. What I do want to do is one word with your son. You mentioned that you had made a mistake with him when you were younger. You weren't there for him.
Yeah, I was a knucklehead,
right,
you know.
Right, and a lot of times a lot of guys are. He made a mistake. He's your flesh and blood. I hope, obviously I can't say, right this minute because you're hurt. He's your son. He's a knucklehead too now. He's a knucklehead, right?
Right.
He's a young guy.
He's a young kid.
Drinking.
I know that's what
I hope that you two, more than anything, can repair your relationship because that's your son. All right, man.
That bitch is gone, man.
When these cameras are off and you're going home, she's gonna tell you the truth. I guarantee it.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, good luck to you, bro. My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm gonna.
Again, comparing us to y'all, I think there'd be too much pride within like an African household with a father figure or a father in general for him to ever just be, oh, okay, he's your son, and even accept you even right then and there. I think it would be years before you even have a certain rapport. Hey, bro, our fathers in general would have even died with not even they'd forgive us, but they wouldn't even say they forgive us. There'd be too much pride in it, I think, for that situation to ever go right, man. You just don't fuck your father's woman, man. You don't eat in, there's enough women to go around, dog. If you have the power to be out here and convincing multiple women to sleep with you, even though you're fucking around and they're stupid enough to sleep with you, unless they're into that shit, then you have enough power to have other women do that shit for you instead of the women that your father is already engaging with to do that shit with you, bro. You don't fuck your father's wife, bro, or whatever, bro. You don't, dude. You don't. I've been in situations where I was really turned on by someone, but I knew it wasn't right. What did I do? I ran away, not physically, you know what I'm saying? And then I went, and then someone else did the shit for me, Another woman did the shit for me as opposed to the woman that, you know what I'm saying? There's always someone around the corner. Now, have I been in situations where I fell prey to it? Yes, but I like to focus more on the situations where I didn't fall prey to a certain, engagement, and I eventually ended up waiting, and then someone else came further down the line, and she alleviated the pressure. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications. Welcome to my channel. And this has been an interesting case, to say the least. Y'all take care.
You can tell them all it's way too late. Way too late. Way too late to stay in this bit. Whole lot of Stevens been trying to even the odds. You should just play with your wrist. One hit of quitters from niggas who wait till legit, but I'm still trying to beat at the ride. I had a slip up when Shotty was giving